Hey, third grade. Today we're going to be continuing decomposing congruent figures to find congruent areas. Okay, so this is what we worked on the other day, and I am just going to be modeling how to do this, and then I'm going to show you guys what your activity is going to be for today, okay? So let me go ahead and just keep on modeling this, all right? Which one of the following squares has an equal area colored as the square on the right? Okay, well, first of all, I need to figure out the fraction of my square that is being shaded. Which one of the following congruent squares has an equal area colored as the square on the right? So this is the square, and these are answer choices, and we're trying to figure out which one of these answer choices has the same area, has an equal area, a congruent area, an equivalent area to this square here. So this square has 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. All right. And then 1, 2 of them are shaded. Now, all of the pieces in my square are equivalent. So each one of these parts is equivalent, so that is good. That's what we're looking for. Now we want the area to be 2/4, okay? Even though the area may look different, we want the area to be 2/4. Well, this is 1, 2, 3. So this answers out because this only has 3 parts. 1, 2. That's out because it only has 2 parts. We need 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. That works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, letter B. So now that these two have the 4 parts, they need to be equivalent in size. Each part needs to be the same size. These are all equivalent in size. Letter D, these are not all equivalent in size. You have 3 smaller pieces, and then you have 1 much larger piece than each of the 3 pieces. So that is wrong. And let's just double check and make sure that this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 pieces. 1, 2 are shaded. So letter B is your answer here. Okay. Which one of the following squares shows 1/4 of the area colored? Well, this we're just picking out which one has 1/4 colored, okay? Remember, when you're identifying fractions, all of your pieces need to be equivalent in size. All of the parts of whatever shape that you've divided need to be equivalent, okay? So just looking at letter A, I can already tell that letter A, all 4 of these pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, they are not equivalent in size, so that cannot be my answer. Letter B, I'm looking for 1/4, okay? Letter B is 1, 2, 3. Well, that's out of 3, and only 1 is shaded. That's 1/3. 1/3 and 1/4 are not the same fraction. They are not equivalent fractions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And then 1 piece is shaded. That is 1/5. 1/5 and 1/4 are not equivalent. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 piece is shaded. Letter D would be the correct answer. Which one of the following congruent circles has an equal area colored as the circle on the right? Okay, well, let's figure out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my denominator is 4, and 1 part is shaded, 1. Who remembers what the denominator tells you in a fraction? Good. The denominator is the number of parts in the whole, okay? Who remembers what the numerator tells you in a fraction? Good. The numerator is the number of parts that are being counted or shaded. Awesome job. All right. Remember, when you're finding an equivalent, so here are congruent circles with an equal area, okay? Letter A, that is a congruent circle. That is the same size as the circle of the example they're giving us. And I want 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are my 4 pieces. And that one piece is shaded. I'm going to check all of my answer choices though, okay? 1, 2, 3. That's only 3 pieces, but also let's look at this. Are these pieces equivalent? Letter B's pieces, are those pieces that my circle is divided into, are those equivalent pieces? Good. They are not equivalent, so that cannot be your answer. Letter C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I do have 4 pieces here, but are those pieces equivalent? Good job. No, those pieces are not equivalent, so that cannot be your answer. Letter D, 1, 2, 3, 4. But what's wrong with letter D? Good. Letter D, those are not equivalent. So the answer here is letter A. I know that it's been just a little while that we haven't done fractions, or since we've done fractions, but fractions are getting ready to come back, okay? So we're going to start working with fractions again here soon, and we're going to be comparing fractions and finding out comparing and ordering fractions, okay? So fractions are coming back, so this is a good practice and just a good review of remembering what your numerator is, what your denominator is, and how to identify a fraction in a shape, okay? Which one of the following rectangles shows 1/8 of the area colored? 1/8, meaning in 1/8, how many pieces do you have? Good, you have 8 pieces. And how many pieces are going to be counted or shaded in 1/8? Good, just 1. So that's your fraction 1/8. Okay, so let's figure out, I want to find this shape that matches, or this rectangle that matches 1/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, that's going to be 9. Your denominator is going to be 9. I'm looking for a denominator of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a denominator of 7. I'm looking for a denominator of 8. That cannot be your answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. And are all of the pieces in letter C, are all of the parts that my rectangle is divided into, are they all equivalent? Good, they are all equivalent. And how many do we have shaded in letter C? Good, just 1. So 1/8, that matches. Let's look at letter D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That does not match because my denominator is 6. I'm looking for a denominator of 8. Letter C is the correct answer. All right. So we've been practicing this for a couple of days now. And so what's going to happen is I want you guys to give me the answers to number 5 and number 6. Which one of the following congruent rectangles has an equal area colored as the rectangle on the right? And number 6, which one of the following triangles shows 1/4 of the area colored? So you guys are going to do 5 and 6 by yourself, and you'll just circle your answer. And then let me show you guys what you're going to be doing on your activity for today. Okay, So for this assignment, you are going to use the posters on the next 3 slides to help you fill out the tables on the last 2 slides. You need to give me the name and the picture of the shape that I am describing. So I need both of them. I need the name and the picture, okay? You can insert a picture of that shape using the shapes on Google Slides. And to do that, you can just do insert, shape. There are lots of different shapes you can use. Here are some 3D shapes, and then here are just your regular 2D shapes. Okay, so you can use those, or you can do insert, image, and then search from the web and search a picture of that shape from there. Okay. So you can do that. Please resize your picture to fit inside the table. So I'll show you what I mean by that in a second, okay? So here is one of the pages classifying 2D shapes and the anchor chart for quadrilaterals. Here is classifying 3D shapes. And then here is a quadrilateral little family tree that you guys can use to help you answer these questions. A quadrilateral is a shapes with 4 sides, so these are all quadrilaterals. And then parallelograms have 2 pairs of parallel sides, and then it breaks down. So it goes down. So rectangles are parallelograms, and they're also quadrilaterals. Rhombuses, or rhombi are parallelograms and quadrilaterals, but rhombi are not rectangles. A square is a rectangle or a parallelogram or a quadrilateral, but a square is not a rhombus because do you see how they're connected? And then a trapezoid is on its own out here, and it is a quadrilateral. It's not related to a parallelogram, or it's not a parallelogram or a rectangle or a square. So you could use, you can use this to help you. You're going to need to use this to help you. You're going to need to use this to help you. All right? Then I give you these clues. What shape am I? I am a quadrilateral with 4 congruent sides and 4 square corners or right angles. What shape am I? So you're going to go back to these and determine what shape. So you're going to type the shape here, and then you're going to upload a picture. Now, when I upload a picture, insert, let me do a shape, and let me just do a circle. It's not a circle. This one, you can quickly do that. If you want to fill it in, go ahead, fill it in, have fun with it, okay? This is not a circle, I'm telling you that right now. I'm just giving you an example. This one works because you can create the size. If you insert an image from the web, I'm just going to say circle, and I insert this. It's really, really big, so I need to resize it to fit inside my square. All right? But I'm going to tell you, this answer is not a circle, so please don't put circle there. All right? You have 8 of these. I'm a quadrilateral with 1 pair of parallel sides. What shape am I? I'm a solid figure with 2 circular faces. What shape am I? I'm a polygon with 4 sides and 4 angles. What shape am I? I'm a solid figure composed of 4 rectangles and 2 square faces. What shape am I? I'm a polygon with 2 pairs of parallel sides and no square corners or right angles. What shape am I? I'm a solid figure composed of 6 square faces. What shape am I? I'm a polygon with 6 sides. What shape am I? Okay, I want you to remember, when I say a solid figure, I am talking about 3D shapes. Okay, so if the clue says solid figure, you need to be looking for 3D shapes. All right, so that is y'all's activity today. Remember, you need to answer the 2 questions that are the 2 task cards on the previous Google Slides, and this is a different assignment. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and remember, you need to hop on office hours if you do. All right, have a good rest of your day.